there's so many different variations of crazy stories. You know, is it the crazy story where the house had seen maybe a murder happen in it and someone was chopped up and burnt in the backyard fireplace that nobody knew about? Maybe it's a crazy story where we found during a home inspection thousands of dollars worth of golden collector's coins in the ductwork.
So we're sitting down, we're doing up their offer, and what are you thinking for inclusions, exclusions, and we're chatting about appliances and other things. And then the husband looks at the wife and he said, well, I really like those bar stools. Those bar stools match perfectly. I wonder if they'd leave them. And I said, well, we can always ask. That's, if you don't ask, you don't get. I'm sure we won't offend them, so we're going to write that in.
Maybe it's a crazy story that involves me slipping down a set of stairs for one of my first showings ever and falling down a flight of stairs out with clients. That was kind of more of an embarrassing story.
And then the wife looks at the husband and she says, well, the cat matches the bar stools really well as well. With the rest of the decor of the house, it was this lovely, lovely solid gray cat, beautiful yellow eyes. And the wife said, do you think they'd throw in the cat?
The student ones are funny. If I'm showing on a Saturday and there's been parties on the Friday, and very often parents, I deal with a lot of parents who want to buy a home for their child and rent to some friends. Well, there's bodies everywhere, there's illegal paraphernalia everywhere. You're stepping over bodies, and yeah, it's quite funny. They don't care, again, it's not their home generally, and depending on what weekend you're showing houses.
And he goes, well, I know he wanted to purchase the ping pong table, so if he'd be willing to get rid of that, that would be awesome. My buyer wants to buy it. And I said, well, let me talk to my client and see what he'd be willing to part with. And he wanted to buy my client's cat. And he said, it's really got a great aura about the cat, and I'd like to purchase him. And if you're willing to sell him, I'd like to purchase him. And my client was like, I really can't do that. It's not my cat, it's my girlfriend's cat. So he was cat sitting for a week, and they tried to negotiate the girlfriend's cat into the offer. Yeah.
I've fallen many times in the winter because I wear dress shoes. So then after I'm showing a house, I'm walking down the driveway, and sometimes people don't put salt. I'm walking, one time I bailed so hard, I literally leveled out, fell, tore my suit up inside, ripped my shirt, and ripped the liner in my suit. So I should start wearing boots.
Walking through the property, I heard the buyer say, Riz, come down here. And we went down into the furnace room, and there's no furnace. So right away, alarm bells go off, and I call the original owner of the house, and I said, what happened to the furnace? Because they had already moved out about 3 weeks prior into their new home. And he explained to me, he says, Riz, it was simple. The builder told me if I could bring my own furnace, I would get a rebate on my new build. And so what I did was I just took mine because it wasn't as old, and we just took it out. It wasn't included in the deal, was it?